like this little metronome. Metronome. The Germans call it a Schreckmaschine, which means a little machine of horrors. I guess they don't like practicing with a metronome. I'm not sure that I do that much either, but this one has served me very well. This is not one of your fancy-dancy digital kind. This is an analog Seiko quartz metronome that I've had for 35 years. And as long as you slap a new battery in, like I did tonight, works very well. Point is, it keeps time. You know, we have seen the passing of the second decade of the 21st century. And it's been a time not totally unlike the 1930s, especially if you are familiar with the work of William Strauss and Neil Howe called The Fourth Turning, that there are these cyclical periods in history when things come to a climax, and climaxes are never pretty, and that it grows. The storm gathers for a long period of time, and once it breaks forth in all its fury, it sweeps away a lot of things, and a lot of things come out at those times. 2019 seems to me at least to have been a time when sleeping giants were awakened, and when issues that had been swept under the rug have come out from under the rug. But we go on. It's like Bob Dylan said, the times they are a-changin'. And it's like another Dylan, the Dylan that Bob Dylan, whose actually name was Robert Zimmerman, by the way, took his moniker from. Dylan Thomas, that raucous Welsh poet. He said, "Don't go gentle into that good night, but rage, rage against the dying of the light." Well, nobody seems to think that the light is ever going to die. Or they maybe think that whatever lights that there are, that they are the lights of reason and the lights of enlightenment, and they are light and airy and beautiful. But you know, when God said, "Let there be light," it was something that humanity has often turned away from. And we have to pay the piper, and the chickens are coming home to roost. And so as we enter this new year and enter this new decade, I'm really thinking a lot about time. I'm really thinking that we should mark our days, as it says in the 90th Psalm, and that we should recognize that there is a time for everything, a time for every purpose under heaven. And sometimes those times bring about great upheavals and great changes, and that we have to be ready for the occasion. So I'm looking at 2020, this year that we have entered into, as a time for action. And that's why I started off this little message to you today with a rag by Scott Joplin called Elite Syncopations. But in honor of the year and the decade that has now passed us by, I thought I would end with this little ditty.